the moment, right here, right now. Today, we're going to talk about the top 3% of investors are doing this right now. Now, before we get started, I need to point out options are not for everyone. Please read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investorservices@theocc.com. Don't trade with money you're not prepared to lose. What we're providing today is generalized information. We can't give specific recommendations based on your specific situation. For trading information specific to your needs, consider speaking with a licensed broker. I want to make sure you can hear me and you can find the questions box so that you can get the most out of this training today as possible. So please go to the questions box and tell me why you're here learning to be a better investor. Is it, I have excess cash and I don't know what to do with it? I'm behind in saving for retirement and need a way to grow my wealth faster. I need to pay for my kids or my grandkids' college. My schedule requires me to spend my investing time efficiently. I want to stop leaving money on the table, or I want my life to be easier, or something else. Hit that questions box on the GoToWebinar control panel and give me A, B, C, D, E, F, or if it's something else, type that in. This will help me know that you can hear me, that you can find the questions box, and so that you can get the most out of this as possible, and that I can see your questions and comments. Thomas says B, okay. Kevin says C. Ashley says F. Sterling can hear me. Michael, Mike, it's nice to see you. Empty Field says B, behind for savings. Yep. It's unfortunately a common thing. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later. Vivian says A. Well, that's a good place to be in. But you need to know what to do with it though, right? Israel says E. All right, I like it. So once again, my name is Dan Passarelli, and this is a pictorial representation of just some of the companies that I work with. I'm a former member of both the Chicago Board Options Exchange and the Chicago Board of Trade. I'm the author of 2 of the top option trading books, Market Taker's Edge and Trading Option Greeks. And I'm a regular contributor to Bloomberg TV, Fox Business News, and lots of other online news publications. And I train traders just like you, literally all over the world, thousands of traders in over 50 countries. Now let's talk about this guy. Let's call him Mr. Wall Street. There are some financial advisors who just don't have the passion to put into your finances. And it's not all financial advisors, of course. We have some here actually in this training that I know personally. You're here because you're willing to put in the effort to make your account and your clients' accounts grow faster with less risk. And I love that. But sadly, there are a lot of Wall Street financial advisors who just sell the mutual funds, collect the commissions, and go play golf. And honestly, you know what? It's not their fault. They work for these corporations that care more about their bottom line than they care about your top line, bottom line, any line. They have lots of clients and you're just one of them. It's impossible for him to take care of your financial goals with passion because he has so many people he's working with. Look, no one cares as much about your money as you do. This is my promise to you. Today, I'm going to share with you a system that has been proven to beat the market and share how I figured out the secrets to make it work as a system and succeed where other investors fail so that you can grow your investments faster and stop leaving money on the table so you can own your own future. And at the end of this training, I'll share how you can move forward and follow the exact same steps that I use every day to do it. Is that a fair deal? Please, again, now go to the questions box and give me a big old yes. Will you please? Are you liking this? Is that a fair deal? Hit that questions box for me. This is what I do every day, and I'd love to share with you what this is. Hit that questions box again for me. Vivian says yes. Thomas says yes, all caps. Kevin says absolutely. That's nice. Ashley says yes, all caps with three exclamation points. Empty Field says yes. Gwen says yes. Sterling says yes. Michael says yes, all caps with 5 exclamation points. Much more enthusiastic than anybody so far. All right, I'm just saying. Mike's an enthusiastic guy, though. I know Mike. All right, okay. Now, to further help keep the focus, turn off anything that can distract you right now. Allow yourself to give this your full attention. And I'm going to hold all questions until the end. If you have a question, write it down. I'll cover them all later. I know some of you are familiar with covered calls. So I'm going to give just a quick intro or review and tell you everything you need to know real quick. I'm just going to jump right in here. A covered call is when an investor owns shares of a stock and sells short a call on that stock. I say investor because this is an investor-oriented strategy. I know many of you attending this training, and I know many of you have certain trading strategies that you use. But most people here also invest for the long term. And we'll talk more about that later. Covered calls are for the investing activity that you do. And you do them both to lower your risk and increase your profits. In fact, you can increase your profits exponentially with covered calls. Let's look at an example of what a covered call is and how it works. Say you own 100 shares of this stock, which is trading at $129.94 a share. To create a covered call, you could sell the 134 strike calls, which are bid at $1.39 a share. Simple, straightforward. Own the stock, sell a call against it. Imagine we hold this position until the option's expiration date, and the stock has risen and is trading above the strike price at expiration. In this case, we would reach our maximum profit of $5.45. Why? Well, the stock owned at $1.2994 rises to or above 134, right? That's strike price. So at expiration, the call will be what is called assigned, and the stock is sold at $134. So that is 134 minus 129.94, which is $4.06. But you also still have the premium of $1.39 collected from selling the call. So that's a total of $5.45. All right. But if the stock is below the strike price at expiration, then the call simply expires. You get to keep the call premium and you still have the stock. The price you effectively own the stock is now $127.09. Is now no, $128.55. That's because you still own the stock, but you have the premium of the call that expired. So the stock price minus the call premium is your break even in the cost basis. If we compare the covered call position with simply owning the stock and not having sold the call, as long as the stock is below the strike price at expiration, the covered call position always outperforms the long stock by $1.39, or the amount of the option premium. If the stock is above the strike price at expiration, the covered call may still outperform long stock. It depends on how far up it goes. Remember, you sell the stock at the strike price, in this case, $143. If the stock is above the strike price at expiration, if it goes up above 143, profits are limited, but you still have the call premium. The strike plus the call premium is the indifference point. Write that down, indifference point. So basically, the stock is below 135.39. You're glad you traded the covered call. You're indifferent right at 135.39, but you left money on the table trading it this way if the stock is above 135.39. And this is one of the problems, an avoidable problem, but still a problem, that untrained covered call traders have. They leave money on the table all the time on their winners, but they keep their losers. Later, I'll share a resource to help you easily overcome this common investor trap. Now, for traders who select the right stocks, trade optimal strike and expirations, sell overpriced option premium, and more on that part later, covered calls can create a really powerful way to outperform and actually exponentially grow your wealth. Look, if you have $138 stock and bring in an additional income, well, actually, no, if you have $130 stock, I should say, and bring in additional income of $1.39 a share, that's making an extra like 1% or so on the stock, even if it doesn't move. And this call only lasts 14 days. So that's what you would make in this 14-day period, an extra about 1%. There's also a similar strategy called cash secured puts that is often used in conjunction with covered calls. We don't have enough time to talk about that strategy also, but it's basically a way to bring in cash and buy the stock if the stock goes down below the put strike. All we do is we sell short a put and hold cash to buy the stock in case the put gets assigned. It is also an investor-oriented strategy. It lowers risk compared with owning the shares, and it also increases profits in the long run. Now, when we combine covered calls and cash secured puts, we call that combination the wheel, and it is powerful. Here's how it works. First, we look for a stock that would make a good candidate for generating smart income. It could be a stock you already own and are happy to hold at this price. Once we found a good candidate for this smart income, you sell a call option. This puts money in your account called option premium, which is the cash you collect when you sell the call. So this long stock short call position creates a covered call, right? If at expiration the stock is where it was or lower, below the strike, the call goes away, it expires, and you get to keep that cash. Okay, the premium. And remember, this is a stock that, per our plan, we wanted to hold anyway. So the downward fluctuation is fine. And it can be partially or maybe even entirely offset by the option premium. And then, well, we just do it again. We sell another call and keep bringing in cash until the other outcome happens, which is the stock rises and is above the strike, and you end up getting assigned and you sell the stock. You're only selling the stock if the stock is up at a higher price, which will often be advantageous. So now you collected at least one premium, maybe more. So then after you sell the stock, you sell a put option. And when you sell it, you take in more cash, more premium from the put sale. So now if the stock goes up and is above the strike, guess what? The put expires and you keep that premium too. So now you've collected at least two premiums, call and put, probably more, maybe much more. Either way, now you can sell another put. Now, if the stock goes down and is below the strike, you still have the cash from selling the calls and at least the one put. So again, at least two premiums, probably more. And you buy the stock back at the lower price and probably end up making a little money on the stock too. Now you can sell another call and get still more premium. And you keep it going. You just keep bringing in income. Now, I've recently made some discoveries that make this, the typical wheel strategy, work much more effectively. I call it the cycle recycle trade, and it is the way to make truly consistent smart income. And look, Warren Buffett, the guy who said, if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. This is literally what he was talking about. Warren Buffett has actually used these exact same techniques. So I want to make this a little more real for you. I'm going to keep it simple. Imagine you own this stock, okay? The first step in this system is to sell a call, which in this case, you'd collect 138 bucks, okay? Which is $1.38 of option premium. So far, so good, right? So then after 2 weeks, expiration comes along. If you don't sell your stock, the call expires, you keep that money and you simply sell another one. In this case, we'll say you collect $127. Then after 2 weeks, that call expires, you sell another call option. So now in this case, you'd collect $131 for your call this time. So know what's happening here. Your cash, which is riskless, by the way, right? Your cash keeps adding up and sits in your account. So now let's say the stock goes up above the call strike price, like I showed in the last example. You end up selling your shares at a higher price. Great. Everybody's happy. So far, so good. You're making money. It's perfect. Then after you sell your stock, what you do next is you sell a put, a cash secured put, which gets you $152 this time for the put. That's $1.52 of option premium. Now, a few days later, the market goes down to the level of the put strike. So here, you would buy your shares back at a lower price, mind you. And because it's a cash secured put, you have that cash in your account to buy the stock back. I mean, you sold the stock, there's the cash, right? Then the next day, boom, sell a call, collect 123 bucks total. And so it goes on and on like this. It goes up, you sell your shares at the call strike, then write another put, collect 154 bucks this time. Then it's just simply follow along, right? Just this cycle just plays out and plays out and plays out and plays out, collect more premium, sell high, buy low, and it works, right? Are you getting this? If you originally own 100 shares of this stock when it was at $170 a share 6 months ago, how much money can you make on that $17,000? Well, with the old buy and hold strategy, you could have made a little bit, right? But then again, it could have gone down. You could have lost a little bit, maybe a lot. But doing it this way, how much cash did you bring in using this system? Adding it to what you're already doing. And that is the thing that really changed my life when I discovered what was really going on with this. Because look, I'm gonna let you in on a secret here. It's not really about the $138 or 127 or 152 or whatever, or even the the scalps that you lock in by buying when it's low and selling when it's high. The key to unlock the real power is the system itself, the fact that it is a system. If I own $17,000 worth of stock and I collect $138, $127, $131, so on, so on. Sooner or later, I've collected enough cash to cover losses, even if the stock goes down even a lot. There's this time I was invited to be a speaker at an investors conference, and somebody came up to talk with me afterwards, and I shared with him this system, and he said, oh yeah, I've been doing this for years. In fact, there's one stock that I own that I've been doing this on for almost 10 years. And in fact, I've collected more from selling these contracts, calls and puts, that I spent on the stock originally. So at this point, he literally effectively owned the stock for free. Now again, like I said, the key is the goal is not to do this once, it's to do it over and over again. And they call this annualizing returns. So let's imagine you have 100 shares of a $100 stock, okay? That's a $10,000 investment. And if you were to make 1% every 2 weeks on collecting option premium, but let me back up for a second. I do want to be very clear. You're not going to make 1% every 2 weeks. Sometimes you might collect as low as 0.65%, and sometimes you might collect more, as much as 1.4%. Sometimes you end up selling your stock higher and buying it back lower. Sometimes other strategies called adjustments come into play. But I wanted to share with you right now what an annualized return looks like. And I'm going to make the math really easy and not compound or anything. Okay, so opportunity one, a 1% annualized return on a $10,000 account comes out to $2,600 a year, okay, on average. So that's some nice side money. A couple nice dinners each month, or an extra little simple vacation this year. Or, of course, you can let it add up and buy more stock and sell more calls and make this grow exponentially, right? Okay, so opportunity two, maybe you have a bigger account and you want to grow more of your long-term investments or your retirement account faster. So say you have a $10,000 account. Now this could be all on one stock, or it could be you're using this method on a few stocks that you own. So this is a $26,000 annualized return. Now, opportunity three. Some people have bigger investment accounts and they want to grow them by adding cash and lowering their risk. That annualized return in this scenario comes out to $260,000 a year. Now, I said this before, I'll say it again, just to be clear. We're simplifying here. And in some ways, we're oversimplifying, to be fair. There will be some 2-week periods in which you collect more or less than 1%. Somewhere the stock rises and you sell it, it falls and you buy it. Somewhere you do adjustments to maximize your overall returns. But here's what's important right now. It's important for your mind to start being open to these possibilities. So tell me, is this something you think you might be interested in doing? Type the word income in the questions box right now if this is something you could see yourself doing. Hit that questions box right now. Type the word income in the questions box if this is something that you think that you can see yourself doing. Kevin says income. Ashley typed income. Thomas typed income. Vivian typed income. Michael typed income. Mark typed income. Lee typed income. Gwen typed income. William typed income. Torleaf typed income. Mate typed income. Excellent. So that's why you're here today, right? You want to be a smart money investor and you want more. But here's the bad news. Like I mentioned earlier, of the 10% of investors who have an options eligible account, half of them don't use covered calls, and most of the other half tries and fails. They actually underperform the market. Why? Well, for some, it's faulty or no planning. Some don't optimize the strike price selection. Some don't choose the best expiration and they underperform. Some people are emotionally tied to the stock. Some don't trade it as a system. Some trade tactically inconsistently. Some don't focus on the option premium value. Some use it on the wrong stocks. Some just don't have a proven adjustment strategies. Some don't trade this as the recycle system. Some just like to waste time trying to dabble and figure it out on their own. And some were just never, ever properly trained. So for example, if you're looking at the options available on one of your stocks, there could be at least 6 to 12 different strike prices to choose from, 4 to 8 different expirations. Which of those 96 call options is going to provide you with the maximum profit and the best opportunity to reach your goals? I mean, for a lot of people, that just ends up analysis paralysis. I know many traders who stopped trading covered calls altogether because after a year of doing it, they realized that they actually underperformed. So what we have to do is only sell when the option premium is overpriced, or at least begin the cycle when option premium is overpriced. Professional and successful non-professional option traders only sell options when they are overpriced. And it's not hard to do this right. There's a simple, what I call the 1, 2, 3 analysis that indicates if options are overvalued and therefore have an edge to selling calls or puts. Consider the rule of 72. Now, if you're not a math person, don't worry, there is no test. This is just an easy way to see when income is compounded, how long it takes you to double your money. All you do is take 72 and divide it by the rate of return, and that's how many years it takes you to double your money. So let's do an easy example. 72 divided by 10 equals what? Anybody? I know I said there wasn't going to be a test. I'm sorry. 7.2, right? It's kind of an easy one. So at a 10% rate, your money doubles in 7.2 years. What investment can make you 10% a year? Do you know? How about the US stock market? If you buy and hold stocks, your money should double in about 7.2 years. Now, that is with the old buy and hold strategy. It takes 7.2 years. What if, in addition to the old buy and hold strategy, you also generated smart income on the stocks you own? And that is what you want to do and be good at, right? Okay, well, let's take a look at that. So it's 10% a year for the old buy and hold. And let's be conservative. Like, okay, we're talking about making 1% every 2 weeks, adding 26% a year. Let's assume sometimes we don't collect that much. Sometimes we have to do an adjustment and maybe overall don't make as much that month or whatever. Let's say, for argument's sake, we make just 1/4 of that a year, okay? We just add 6.5% a year from this smart income, as I call it, okay? Well, add them together, okay? And 72 divided by 16.5 is just 4.4 years to double your money. And that's just selling options every other week. Imagine, with some stocks, they have weeklies. You can do this more frequently, right? Adds up faster. So now there are two metrics it's essential to focus on here. That's ROI and COI. Buy now. You can see the ROI that's possible with this strategy, but the COI is actually more important. In this market, what's the cost of just doing what you're currently doing, not doing anything new? That's pretty good. Good year for stocks, maybe, right? But what if you could do better? Because maybe next year might not be as good, or the year after, You want to grow faster, right? If your account is doing pretty well, that's great. You made a choice to make that happen, which is what makes great investors. Trading is psychological. You really learn a lot about who you are. Are you afraid to make an investment? Are you afraid to invest in yourself? So it's important to imagine and to visualize a profitable future. If you look back 3 years from now, And you can confidently say, man, I attended that training on covered calls and cash cured puts with Dan Passarelli, and I moved forward that day. Man, I invested in myself. And yes, I locked in a system that works. I doubled my money almost twice as fast as I would have if I didn't take action that day. I really took the steps to make this happen for myself. How would that feel? Right? There's a cost of inaction, but taking action, that's the thing that makes for life-changing scenarios. And that's exciting. Because like I said, nobody cares more about your money than you do. Your financial advisor doesn't feel he has the time or just doesn't want to put in that time. But I'll let you in on a big secret. The reality is this actually doesn't take a lot of time. This takes up to 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes every other day. But imagine a financial advisor who has 50 clients. Well, he'd have to play favorites. Are you your financial advisor's favorite client? Are you? I don't have a financial advisor. If I did, I probably wouldn't be his favorite client. But what I'm doing here scales, okay, in a way your financial advisor can't scale it. I can train 50 of you investors, all with video modules, and then you are empowered. You are in control of your future. 5 minutes a day for 50 clients isn't worth it, I imagine. The commissions an advisor would get from you bringing in, say, $500 a week or two on your investments isn't enough for them to care and put in the time. But it makes a huge impact over time for you. Hey, this, by the way, is Michael. Just like you, he's probably anyway, he's got a jam-packed schedule. He doesn't have time to stare at a screen guessing, the best way to trade his covered calls or cash cured puts. And as an executive, he knows to have experts show him what to do so that he can grow his business and not spend time reinventing the wheel, literally. Michael says, option trading used to be overwhelming with my busy schedule. I'd often miss opportunities or fail to manage positions properly. MTM helped me formulate a rational methodology for covered calls and cash secured puts, which provides an edge to offset my inability to constantly monitor markets. But now he spends 5 minutes a day or two, and he just follows the system, and now he has his time and peace of mind back. What I'm sharing with you can literally be done in 5 minutes a day or just a couple times a week. Not only does this save you time, but because you know exactly what to do, you'll have the confidence to trade with no stress. That makes your investing better, makes your whole life better. Let's look at 3 different investors. Investor 1. So he does nothing extra, spends no time bettering his situation, takes what he's given, but he gets to watch a lot of Netflix, which is cool. How's his retirement account doing? Well, has mutual funds or whatever. Maybe they're doing okay. But if you put nothing extra in, you get nothing extra out. It's that simple. Trader 1 chooses not to make extra income. He must really love his job because it'll take him longer to retire than it'll take people who choose to create income for themselves. Okay, so now there's investor 2. So he heard about covered calls and cash cured puts. He knows they can help him double his portfolio faster, grow it exponentially, gets financial freedom in much less time. So he decides to figure it out. He watches a free YouTube video giving a lousy explanation of how to sell covered calls, develops bad habits based on a weak foundation. He has no system. He didn't make the investment in himself. He thinks he's taking the easy route. He dabbles. He spends hours a day scratching his head about what strike to trade, what expiration, how to manage it. He makes a lot of mistakes, and he does this for a couple of years. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he doesn't lose money on the covered calls. He just doesn't really make anything on them. He makes some, he loses some, it's back and forth. 3 years pass. He looks back and finds that inconsistent ROI that it actually led to not having grown this account any more than he could have done with the old buy and hold strategy. Well, at least investor one didn't spend any time spinning his wheels, right? If I had to pick between 1 and 2, I'd pick investor one. At least I get to watch a lot of TV, right? So now let's look at investor 3. Now I'm going to give you a hint. He's the smart one. He chooses to take action, and he's given the blueprint on how to do it. He spends comparably no time compared to investor 2. Every few days that pass, he spends about 5 minutes looking at his account, see if he needs to take action, make an adjustment, or if there's nothing to change because the plan's going fine. He'll maximize his ROI. He benefits by taking what I call leveraged action. Now, a few minutes here or a few minutes there can have a massive impact on your life in the long run. As they say, little hinges swing big doors. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why? Why don't more people do this? Well, the answer is some do, a few. And for years, I talked to investors about covered calls and cash secured puts. And you know what? You know what most of them told me? Like I said, they told me they tried it and they couldn't make it work. But hey, at least they tried. They got rid of that COI, but still struggled with the ROI. Well, I am here to tell you, you can make it work. But how do you identify which stocks make sense for this? How to screen for value so you're only selling that juicy overpriced option premium? How to set the right strike price and expiration so you maximize your objective of whether you want to get assigned or just keep the premium? How to even enter the trade and manage and adjust and roll the calls or puts so that it works as a complete system. Very few investors figure out how to use covered calls and cash secured puts to beat the market on their own. So I created the MTM Smart Income System. Now, let's first talk about who this is not for. Just to be clear, this is not for someone whose philosophy of investing is gambling. It's just not that kind of strategy. This is to bring in premium over and over again with confidence and consistency. People who like to bet big and don't care if they lose, it's a totally different trading style. It's also not for people who like to fail. I've met hundreds of investors who tried this on their own and failed. They gave up. Look, this is not hard, but it's a very specific system with very specific steps to follow. And I created this to help you and make it really easy for you. Now, this is also not for wishy-washy procrastinators, overthinkers, wishy-washy people who see a good investment but can't make a decision to save their lives, don't make good traders. But that's easily overcome for most people. Make up your mind right now and start changing your life. If you want it, it can be that simple if you let it. So who is this for? Well, this is for you. If you want more consistency, this is for you. If you want to grow your investments exponentially faster with less risk, this is for you if you can follow a few simple steps. And this is for you if you're willing to invest in yourself. So it all comes down to return on investment, right? Here's just some of what you'll learn. The step-by-step blueprint to create smart income. Which stocks work best for smart income? The 7 keys to selecting the strikes and expirations to maximize overall returns. How to avoid selling stocks with unfavorable tax implications. How to recoup losses when a stock fails or when a stock falls, turning losers into winners. How to manage trades when the stock rises through the strike price. So many people screw that up. Our proprietary cycles adjustment technique to maximize your smart income, and a whole bunch more. Here's how this works. As soon as you join and begin your wealth building journey, you're going to get a username and a password to the MTM Smart Income System. Starting today, you'll begin watching the 5 easy to follow online modules that literally lay out exactly how to generate regular, consistent income from your existing portfolio so that you can grow your account faster, protect yourself better in down markets, and make it easier to start reversing any losses you may have. I'm sharing this opportunity right now so you can take the next step and regain control of your financial future and live with the financial freedom you deserve. The MTM Smart Income System, it's a life-changing course because it's your blueprint to a lifetime of income stream. This is a $4,500 course. Now, one thing I know is that you're here because you want to drive results. So I want to give you everything you need, not only to succeed, but to help fast track this process. Now, the best thing that I can do is to give you some key bonuses that I know from training thousands and thousands of traders are going to help you get up and running fast. Now, the first thing I'm going to give you today is the Options Impact Quick Start videos. If you're newer to options, or if you're not sure if you have the background to be able to trade this simple strategy, I'm going to tell you, you can. And I'm going to make sure of it by giving you the foundation that you need to start generating smart income right now. With this bonus, you not only have the fundamental knowledge that I have in my background, so they can have the same philosophy and competence and confidence to invest like somebody who's been investing successfully for years. Now, this is normally $497, but this is important for investors who are newer to options to have down the basics. So I'm including it today when you take action and invest in the Smart Income System. So what this means is that first you're going to get the MTM Smart Income System and also get the Options Impact video series. Now, the second thing that I know with training thousands and thousands of investors is that trading is a lonely, lonely game. And the best thing that I can do as a mentor is to help you silence that voice of doubt that you have. I need to help you silence it so that you don't second guess yourself. The best way I can do that is to put you in a community of traders that are going through the same struggles that you do, whether you're new to investing or experienced. In this chat room, you're going to have access to traders of all different experience that you can bounce ideas around with. This is one of the best tools that I can give you because this supportive group of traders will help you build your confidence. When you trade with confidence, you become unstoppable. So what this means is first you're going to get the MTM Smart Income System today. You're also going to get the Options Impact Quick Start videos, and you're going to be in a supportive community with traders just like you. Now, this is a $6,185 value. Now, this is the MTM Spreadsheet Trade Tracker, my personal spreadsheet for making sure I follow every step on all of my trades. I put it into a template that now you can use too. Its formulas easily calculate all the trade criteria you need to trade, analyze, and manage your smart income trades, and as well as other trading systems. I've made it so simple to track your trades in this sheet, it's like cheating. This is a $500 value, and it's yours today as part of your MTM Smart Income package. So what this means is first you're going to get the MTM Smart Income System, the Options Impact videos. You're going to get your support group with the MTM Community Chat Room, and we're going to make sure you're following every step with the MTM Spreadsheet Trade Tracker. This is a $6,685 value. Hesitation is one of the worst things that can happen to you. So to make sure you're 100% confident in using this system, I've created a way to keep you on track and make this foolproof and easy. Today, you're also getting Smart Tracks with every module. Smart Tracks are bonus material that consolidates the key takeaways from the in-depth lessons in the Smart Income System modules. We consolidate the secret sauce into a single page or short video. So what this means is you're going to get the MTM Smart Income System today, the Options Impact Quick Start videos, the MTM Community Chat Room, the Spreadsheet Trade Tracker to make sure you're hitting every step, and you're going to get the Smart Tracks for reference. Now, finally, like me, many of you will be trading the MTM Smart Income System to grow your retirement account. So today you're also getting using covered calls in your retirement account. So that means you're going to get the Smart Income System, the Quick Start videos, the chat room, the spreadsheet trade tracker, you're going to get the Smart Tracks bonus materials, and you're going to get a whole nother course using covered calls specifically in your retirement account. Total value of this package is $7,432. The real bonus is the impact that this can have on you and your family's financial future. If all this did was give you the tools and confidence to have more financial security for you and your family, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? I mean, big picture, Warren Buffett is worth $117 billion, right? And look, we're not all at that point, of course. But if you can use the same techniques as the world's top investors, I believe you can make a profound change in your life by starting right now. But hey, not everyone has $117 billion like Warren Buffett. So I am going to make this really easy. Join right now for a one-time small, easy investment of just $697 by going to markettaker.com/smart. That's market as in stock market, taker as in take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row, markettaker.com/smart, and you'll get everything I know you need, all the bonuses in order to go from where you are now to where you know you can be as an investor. But you have to take massive action. This could be the best investment that you make in your life, let alone the rest of this year. Now, over the past couple of years, we've created a research team to help develop, test, and improve some of our strategies. So here's something you're going to love. And I don't know how to put a value on this. How do you put a value on a lifetime of faster wealth creation? When you move forward today, you're also going to get lifetime access to this training. And as our research team discovers ways to help you grow your wealth even faster, you're going to be the first to know. When you join right now, you'll get the updates that make this proprietary system even better for life. Now, again, join us right now. You're going to end up saving 90.6% of the full value of this complete training package. So once again, that's the complete MTM Smart Income System, lifetime access to those 5 video modules. The options impact quick start videos. If you're not sure if you're ready for it, you will be after those. The supportive community in the MTM community chat room, the spreadsheet trade tracker to make sure you're doing every step correctly, the Smart Tracks bonus material so you have that reference guide, and using covered calls in your retirement account. You can make this happen. I'm really looking for my decisive people here, my action takers. Go to markettaker.com/smart. That's market as in stock market, taker as in take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row, markettaker.com/smart, or call 773-302-1645. That's 773-302-1645. Call right now. We have operators literally standing by waiting for your call. And for those of you who, we had a couple people just join us, I'm going to welcome you in a second. But I'll tell you what, for those of you who are about to join us, you're going to love this. When you join right now and start trading like the pros, selling overpriced option premium, we're going to send you your very own I Love Overpriced Option Premium t-shirt. Yours today as my free gift to you. I have one of them. I wear it all the time. Now, This is Angela from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And this is what she said after she did the MTM Smart Income System. She said, my husband sold his business last year, and we've been using your Smart Income System to invest the proceeds. I have to tell you, Dan, we are killing it. A big thanks to everything we've learned from you and MTM. With what we're earning from the Smart Income System, we don't have to spend too much time in the market, and we get to do the things we've always wanted to do: climbing, mountain biking, skiing, travel. This fall, we'll spend 3 weeks in Italy. It's La Dolce Vita. I love that. And this is Ann from Houston, Texas. She said, Dan, thank you for developing the Smart Income System. I'm investing within my IRA. At 75 years of age, I cannot afford to lose money. What I like best, I have made a lot of money with Smart. What I like best is how easy you make it to tell whether or not a particular stock is a good candidate for the system. It feels like the only thing left for us to do is rake in the money. Michael S. from Naples, Florida said, I'm happy to recommend the Smart System option training program. I found it to be a comprehensive and logical program. It is a large volume of information, and the program module approach works well to provide beneficial education for a variety of trader experience levels. I also feel there was good support offered and available when questions arose. That's because he was in the chat room. Tom B. from El Segundo, California said, thank you for everything you've taught me. My accounts are higher than they've ever been, and I have much more confidence in my investing and trading ability. Tyler M. from Lexington, Tennessee said, I took Dan's MTM course about 7 years ago in college, and it was my first exposure to a structured options trading strategy. He started me down the path that I'm on today, and super thankful that I've stuck with it. Now I'm a professional options trader at a fund. Thanks, Dan. So look, if you want to get results like Tyler or like Ann or Tom or Michael or Angela, you know what to do, right? Go right now to markettaker.com/smart, and you have to make the decision to do it, to go there and to get all of this for just $697. 1, 2, 3, go. markettaker.com/smart or call 773-302-1645. That's 773-302-1645. This is all yours for just $697, a small one-time easy investment for the knowledge for you to be in charge of your future, to generate income the rest of your life and outperform. Now in trading, not everyone gets a ribbon. Once you complete the MTM Smart Income System video modules, you'll have earned the confidence knowing you're certified smart with this certificate of completion. It's important to have goals in your trading and in your life, and this is something to work towards and start today. So I want to take a minute to welcome our new Smart Income traders. So welcome and congratulations to Thomas from New Buffalo, Michigan. Welcome and congratulations. Nice job stepping up, investing in yourself tonight. That's awesome. Welcome and congratulations to Kevin from San Mateo, California. Welcome and congratulations. Nice work, Kevin. Welcome and congratulations to Ashley from Norfolk, Virginia. Welcome and congratulations, Ashley. I love it. I love it. Welcome and congratulations to Vivian. I don't have Vivian's city and state. I always wait for that to segue into this next thing here. I'm going to open this up to questions in a minute, but Vivian reminded me here, unintentionally she reminded me, that of a frequently asked question that I get a lot. And so a lot of people will say, Dan, you know what, my account is not very big, but I can see that this is a way to grow it into a bigger account, and I want to do that. That's why I want to sign up, but I have a hard time coming up with the 697 bucks. Is there a way to finance this? And that answer is yes. You can use PayPal and PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you both PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit so that you can lock in the MTM Smart Income System today when you check out using PayPal and just simply use PayPal credit. All you got to do is the same thing. Go to markettaker.com/smart and click the PayPal button to get started right now. Welcome and congratulations to Mark. Welcome and congratulations to Lee. Welcome and congratulations to Aaron. Welcome and congratulations to Jamie. Man, you guys are on fire tonight. I love it. You're not here screwing around, man. You're here to make this happen, and I love it. Okay, now I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions. Put your questions in the questions box, or you can call that phone number I gave you, this phone number right here, 773-302-1645. Now, is this live or recorded? Well, it's actually both. The MTM Smart Income System is a 5-module video class, but you get real-time help from me and our other coaches in the MTM community chat room. How long do I have access to this class? This is the only class that we give lifetime access to, along with updates when we discover even better ways of doing it. Is this time consuming? No, that's the whole point. In fact, it will save you time so that you can spend it doing the things you love with friends and family. How do I know I'll be able to do it? Everything's broken down into simple steps that anyone can follow. Plus, you get your questions answered by me or other coaches in the chat room. It's so easy. And we've talked about in the strategy, you only need 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes every couple days to do this. But there are some of our smart traders who actually do this every day and have had really massive success with it. This is Mark Bricker, who went through the MTM Smart Income System. So Mark said, the training and education provided by Market Taker Mentoring has been excellent. I'm a retired environmental consultant, and I trade every day in order to increase the value of my retirement assets. And the coaching and skills I've learned as a Market Taker Mentoring student has made my trading profitable. As for the investing side of what Mark does, this smart system of covered calls and cash secured puts has been his main focus since he took the class. So now is the time. Go to markettaker.com/smart right now and get yourself signed up. All right, I'm going to take some questions. Ashok, I'm based in New Zealand. It's the middle of the day here on Friday, so I'd finish up some office stuff first. Any way to get a recording of this? Yeah, but Ashok, what you actually need to do is just go to markettaker.com/smart and skip the introduction. Today's training was showing you what goes into this system. I think the important thing here is the system itself. So go to markettaker.com/smart right now and get yourself signed up. Okay, I've got another question here by Will. Will says, how often do you get assigned with this system? So I'm going to be a little facetious and say only as often as you want to. Now, that's not really exactly true. But with our system, what we do is many of the times I plan on getting assigned. Okay? That's part of our plan sometimes. So, all that's covered in the modules. Next question. Do I have to already own 100 shares of something? No. You can do what's called a buy right, which is when you buy the shares at the same time that you sell the call. A lot of times I do it on shares that I already own, but not always. Is there a minimum stock price that this works with? Yeah, once stocks are under about $20 a share, the options get a little too cheap to be able to do it effectively. The commissions take up too big a percent of the trade. The bid-ask spreads are comparatively too wide. It just gets a little trickier when the stocks are really cheap. How big does my account have to be? I've had people sign up for this and trade like $2,500 accounts. You know, you're going to be buying shares of a stock, and you know, some stocks could be 30 or 40 bucks, so that's like $3,000, $4,000. So I would say you'd probably want to start with a good $4,000 or $5,000, and bigger is better. But you don't have to have a huge account to get started with this. I mean, look, nobody starts with a huge account. You grow your account by investing in yourself. Do I need to go through my financial advisor to make option trades? Nope. You can use an online broker like Thinkorswim or Schwab, whatever. Is the class live or recorded? These are video modules. It is a video training class, and you go through each module. Is there a way to make practice trades until I get comfortable? Sure. Any option-friendly online broker will allow you to do what's called paper trading, which is basically they give you fake money in a fake account and you make fake trades in the real market. Does this renew? How long do I have access? Doesn't renew, never has to renew, because you get access for life. You get access for life to this. This is a one-time small, easy investment of just $697. Now look, if you consider how much you can generate in income consistently overall for the rest of your investing life, this one-time small, easy investment can make a massive difference, can pay massive, massive dividends forever. What if I have questions or need more help? That is why we gave you the bonus of the MTM community chat room, so that you can ask questions and get more help. Is there a way to not get assigned but still make income using this strategy? If you don't want to get assigned, you can manage your trades, and most of the time you don't get assigned. There's no guarantee. You're selling a contract that in which you get the obligation to get assigned, which may happen, but most of the time, if you monitor your trades and adjust them as we teach you to do in the course, especially in Module 5 is great, especially, then you can usually minimize that quite a bit. There are a couple other tips and tricks that you can ask me in the chat room on a case-by-case basis. How long are these options? How long? Oh, you mean until expiration? Most of them are anywhere between a week and a month. There is an advantage to selling shorter term options, like ones that expire in a week or 2 weeks or a month or something. And we take advantage of that. And I show you how to do that in the modules. You guys are asking great questions. You're stepping up, investing in yourselves. Did I already welcome Mark and Lee? Jessica, welcome, congratulations. Does the trade tracker only trace covered call trades? No, actually, that spreadsheet traces covered call trades, short squeeze trades, credit spreads, time spreads, wing spreads, debit spreads, everything. It's really, really great. Is this classified as an aggressive or conservative options strategy? It is classified as a conservative investing strategy using options. Do you have a printable checklist or worksheet to use to make sure I'm doing it right? Yeah, that is what the smart tracks are. They're videos or they're handouts. You can print them out, put them on your wall, you know, fill in the blanks. Dan, love the t-shirt, but how do I know if the premium is overpriced? We go through all of that in the modules as well. So yeah, just go to markettaker.com/smart, get signed up, and just get started. Most of the questions that everyone's asking are covered in the course. It's fine. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to join us today and make a permanent and positive change in your financial future? What questions can I answer to help you make the choice to join us and start generating smart income every day and to own your financial future? What other questions can I answer? Any final questions? Any final questions? Welcome and congratulations to George, who just joined us. Welcome and congratulations to Dev that just joined us. Nice work, folks. Great job. Stepping up, investing in yourself. You're not here wasting your time. You're here, you invested, well, first you invested your most valuable asset, your time. I've shared with you what goes into this system. Now I want to put the modules in your hands so that you can use this powerful, powerful system. And I think you want that too. Mark, what's the difference with all your class credit spreads versus TED versus SMART? I don't want to get into all that other stuff. Mark, you can email me on that and I'll talk about that. But what I'm interested in sharing with you today is the MTM Smart Income System. I'll tell you how that is different. The MTM Smart Income System is for the investing side of what you do, to grow your retirement account or your long-term assets much, much faster. This is a system that's literally been proven by white papers to not just lower your risk, but outperform the market and to be able to take that cash that you make and reinvest it and to grow exponentially. This is that. It's covered calls, cash secured puts, it's the wheel, but I discovered some ways to make it better. And so I call it the cycle recycle system. And that helps ensure that you'll be able to use it, put it to use, put it to work, and have a seamless experience. Great questions. Great questions. Nathan says, can I sign up next week? Nathan, I don't think this is for you, man. Look, if you're going to be using this system, you have to be a decisive person, okay? You have to see the value and execute the trade. And if you're just not sure, if you can invest $697 into something that can literally be life-changing, right? You're probably not ready for this. Whether that's, you know, financial, you just don't have enough money yet or whatever. You don't need a lot of money. You need $697 and you need a $5,000 account. Anyway, we're looking for decisive people. Those are the ones who can put this to use and become a success story with it. What other questions can I answer right now to help you make the decision to join us? Any further questions that you have before we get going? John, oh, hey man, long time no talk. got a couple of our regular student traders in here. Selena, what's up? And David, hope you guys are all doing great tonight. Some people whose names don't show up here for whatever reason, but all right. Well, hey, look, welcome to all of the new folks who just joined us. You are action takers. You invested in yourself. You invested your time, your most valuable asset, and then followed up with one final step, going to markettaker.com/smart and investing a one-time small, easy investment of $697. And that is great. Those of you who didn't join us, that's totally okay too. Some people, like I said, aren't ready for this. You know, the one story that I like to tell in these type of scenarios is there's this time when in the town I live in, it's well water. We have a water softener. My water softener broke, and my friend said, I told my friend, yeah, I got to call a guy. You got a guy? And he said, better than that, I will help you put in water softener and we'll do it together. I said, did you ever do it before? He's like, no, but it's easy. I said, okay. I figure I can save some money. Figured out how to do it myself. Got the water softener. There's this bag of this. Read the instructions. Not sure where this goes. You have to sweat copper. Never did that before. Long story short, ended up putting the thing in wrong pipe to the wrong place, and it broke the brand new water softener that I bought, and had to end up calling a guy to come out anyway. A lot of times the cheap way, the easy way, the I'll just figure it out myself way ends up being way, way, way more expensive and frustrating and unsuccessful. And one thing I can tell you with certainty is that I've never met a person who just watched a couple YouTube videos, said, oh, covered calls, yeah, I got it, and just magically figured it out. Never seen that happen before once. And that's why I created this class, because I was so sick with hearing the stories of, hey, I tried covered calls, cash secured puts, I just can't make it work. It doesn't work. There's literally white papers that prove that it works. If it didn't work, it's because you're not doing it right. And that is why I created this class and why I'm giving you this massive discount. All right, any final questions before we go? All right, have a great rest of your night. Again, welcome to all our new smart income traders. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.